Hey there YouTube. Today I'm going to show you how to replace the power steering hose that goes from your finned power steering cooler to your reservoir. This is a 2005 Ford F-150 FX4. And this applies to the trucks that have a finned power steering cooler instead of just the straight pipe. Alright, the first thing you got to do is take off the air intake here, all this plastic. And there is one bolt right here. And then just pulls off. Alright, and it's pretty easy. It's a little dark, but let me zoom in here. It's just the line that goes from the bottom of the power steering cooler all the way down. Does a little bend there into a clamp. And then that clamp, it goes down and around, and then over to your cooler. So its location is just under the actual radiator. Go on down, and it's just right there. Just gotta take that lower clamp off. The lower clamp here is the one that goes back up. The other one is coming from the power steering gear rack. Alright, here's the replacement part from AutoZone. I didn't get the OEM because I could get this one the next day. I didn't have to wait. Put the AutoZone part number right here. And this is what it looks like. It has a rubber end and it goes up and it bends a little bit. Comes down and then another rubber end. Oh, these are always fun. Okay, slide that. And you are going to have to reuse that. Actually, I'm going to go down and disconnect the one on the cooler first so the entire engine bay doesn't get soaked with power steering fluid. Right tool for the right job. That is super stiff. Razor blade. Hose clamp right here we gotta release. It looks like on these you just stick a screwdriver in the top most little hole, or in our case the bottom most little hole. I'm just showing the top one because you can actually see it, and that'll release that little clamp there. So let's do that for the bottom hole. So screwdriver in there, twist it. There we go. Surprised it didn't start leaking here. It's really chemically bonded to this plastic. Okay, there we go. Alright, now that that's out, I can slide the hose off of the other side of the cooler and fling myself in the face with the fluid, of course, which is why you always wear safety glasses. I didn't think that was possible, but I scored the cooler with the razor blade. Apparently this is aluminum, so warning, don't do that. Alrighty, and since that works so well for the bottom, I'm going to go ahead and use a razor blade on the top as well. Alrighty, then release this clamp. This one looks a little different and a lot more corroded. Looks like you have to release it by squeezing the open part of that triangle there. I had to squeeze it with some needle noses. But just squeeze on this and this will come out and open this little door. And then you can take this super corroded line out, like so. Oh God, that's gross. Be sure to take note of how it goes in here, because it does have some twists. Looks like the longer part of the rubber hose goes towards the power steering reservoir. Now, ever so carefully, pull it out. And so the best way I can figure to get it out is to pull it all the way down until the flat part here hits the frame next to the oil guard thing. And that will give you just enough room not to disturb the line that goes from the power steering rack to the cooler. The rusted one is the old part, of course, and then the new part from Duralast is right there. Looks like the hose might be a little bit longer to the power steering pump. Actually, it definitely is. So I'll have to cut that, but I'm not going to cut it until I get it up there. Alright, time to snake this bad boy in there. Might be a good idea to tape up the ends so you don't get gunk in your power steering, which is what I'm actually going to do. Alright, a little bit of tape, just like that. Outside of the coolant hose and the outside of the other power steering hose. Careful. Alright, and that one goes in its little track. Oh, perfect. I'll leave that one disconnected for now. Until I get that one in. Just gotta click that one in after I make sure this hose is gonna fit. Does look a little long. Okay. Alright, click. Alright, look at that. Didn't have to buy another plastic thing. That's like a first on a Ford. Before I can clamp it in there, I need to measure it and cut it, hopefully once, so I can get it on that nipple. There's so much rust in that little crevice, I can't close the clamp again, so I gotta clean that out. So, for cleaning out the corrosion, that clicked closed, no problem. And for the power steering fluid refill, put in Mercon V, the transmission fluid. Do not put in power steering fluid. Ford actually recommends using Mercon V. Mercon V. And after you fill that up, turn the wheels left full lock, then right full lock. So like all the way till it won't let you turn anymore. And that'll recharge the system. And as you can hear, it wasn't happy, so add a little bit more fluid. It actually took a lot of fluid. Let's refill it. no leaks. Thanks for watching.